My grandfather never graduated high school. In his early teens, he was already out on the street shining shoes for a nickel. Or was it a dime? Whatever, literal pennies. A few years later, he was an apprentice tailor. Then Hitler invaded Poland, bombs were dropped on Pearl Harbor, America entered World War II, and my grandfather, who wasn't allowed to fight because he had one bad eye, enlisted in the army and went overseas, where, attached to the 191st General Hospital, he outfitted newly arrived soldiers and tailored the uniforms of the American officers in France. During this time, he also had a red-headed girlfriend named Jacqueline, but that's a story for another day. After the war, back home, he continued to work as a tailor, saved up $2,000, married my grandmother, started a family, and opened his own tailor shop, where for the next 40 years he ripped and stitched and hemmed every kind of fabric there was and made bespoke suits for the well-to-do muckety-mucks in downtown Waterbury, Connecticut, who all loved to brag that they had their own personal Italian tailor. Pete's Tailor Shop was a veritable institution in downtown Waterbury, Connecticut, until my grandfather, who I was living with at the time, finally retired in the mid-1980s. Except he didn't. He just moved his tailor shop, or a scaled-down version of it, into the basement of his home, where the same well-to-do muckety-mucks came to get fitted for fatter versions of the same bespoke suits, while my grandmother served them cake and coffee, and where he, my grandfather, continued to work his trade, his craft, his art, until literally 2 weeks before he died, surrounded by family in his own living room, just a month and a half shy of his 79th birthday. The last time I saw him, he came to see me in a play at Steppenwolf Theater in Chicago. The last time I talked to him, a few months later, he told me he was proud of me. He was proud of all his grandkids. But it would be another 14 years before I actually listened to his advice about money. If only I had done it sooner. You already know what the advice is, I'm sure, but just stick with me a little bit longer and I'll make it crystal clear. It is the simplest, most straightforward path to wealth in the known universe. Well, the Western democratic capitalist universe anyway. And it can absolutely be tailored to you, your values, your goals, whatever your financial dreams and desires may be. Me, I went from $0 to $100,000 in investments in 5 years with just a couple of regular gigs, a few side hustles, some freelance work, and by leveraging my money to make more money. But I gotta stop right there because the word leveraging is already too complicated. It's a word rich people use to scare poor people so they won't even try to get rich. There are a lot of words like that. The fat cats and grand poobahs of the financial world love to swing their big vocabularies around, so you'll think they're smarter than you don't have a prayer of making the kind of money they make, and if you don't listen to every single multi-syllabic word they say, you are screwed. Well, I'm here to tell you they're not, you do, and you aren't. Play that back, I promise it'll make sense. So again, simple, straightforward path to wealth. It's the path I'm currently on, and I believe in my heart, the same heart that loved my grandfather, I believe no matter your circumstances, it can work for you. There are only 5 steps, but before I break them down, there's one giant caveat, the thing that makes them all work, the glue that holds your financial life together. It's sort of a mantra. Do less, more often. I'm talking about consistency. Don't try to climb the mountain all in one go. Take the journey of your financial life one step at a time. Don't try to get rich quick. Don't try to make up for lost time. This isn't about making big, risky money moves. It's not a hard left turn approach. It's a 1-degree course correction every day. William James, the father of American psychology, said, "To change one's life, start immediately, do it flamboyantly, no exceptions." We gotta look at that word flamboyantly for a second, because James was a 19th century philosopher, so we need to understand it in a 19th century context. He's not saying to change your life, start right now and do it like a peacock. The word comes from the French, meaning fire or flame, so it's more like to change your life, start right now and have a burning desire to do it. No exceptions. That's a lot better. So to put a bow on it, you're gonna start right now. You're gonna take baby steps, doing less more often. You're gonna have a burning desire in your heart to take those steps and walk that path to wealth, because what's the alternative? And you're not gonna alter the plan at all, period, full stop, no exceptions. Here are the steps. Earn, learn, track, save, invest. That's how Grandpa did it. Earn is obvious. It takes money to make money, which is not the same thing as saying you need to be rich to get rich. But in this society, for better or worse, you need to have an income, whether that's from a full-time job, a couple part-time jobs, a bunch of freelance work, your own business, whatever it is, get yourself paid. Now, I'm looking my privilege fully in the face when I say this. I know it's not easy. I mean, most of the time it feels pretty fucking impossible to earn a living in this country. I mean, how do you do it? 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 And while the answer to that question could be a video all its own, or a couple videos, for now, just let me offer this. Ask yourself, what are you really good at? What do you do better than anyone else? What are your most useful skills? Don't be afraid to ask friends, or Google, or an AI. What's an analog human gotta do to get ahead in this digital world? When you get an answer, put those skills to use, value your time well, and earn. Once the money's trickling in, learn. Gramps got in the newspaper for this one. Becoming financially literate, it can feel like learning a foreign language. So learn one financial term every day. Read or listen to one financial news story a couple times a week. Even if you don't understand them, just start to get the words in your head. Read or listen to one financial book every month. My first book on wealth creation was Think and Grow Rich. It's a little old-fashioned. It doesn't have a curse word in its title, but it's the granddaddy of the entire modern financial self-help industry. So it might be worth turning the pages. Of course, there are podcasts and YouTube videos and tons of free resources. I'll link some of my favorites in the description. Now that you're earning and learning, it's time to track your money. Where's it coming from? Where's it going? And most importantly, what's left over when the bills are paid? There are apps for this, and most of them are fine. But you know what else is fine? Pencil and paper. And if you're like most people these days, you're not really using cash. So most of your money is already tracked for you by your bank and the credit card companies. Go through those statements once a month, maybe every month on the 1st when you pay your bills, and see if you can group your spending into simple categories like food, entertainment, house, phone, car. Later, you can get granular, like separating food into groceries versus dining out, for example. But to start, keep it simple and write it down. And whether it's a pencil and paper or a free spreadsheet program like Google Sheets, either way, you need 3 sections or tabs. The first is income. The second is expenses. And the third is the difference or the balance between the two. And already you've got valuable information, because if your income is less than your expenses, if you're spending more than you make, and your balance is a negative number, there's only 2 ways to fix that. Make more or spend less. There are no other options. Remember, getting rich is the goal. It's the target. It's the bullseye on the dartboard. And tracking your money, actually knowing what your financial life looks like, that's like getting the feel of the dart in your hand and knowing from experience exactly how it'll land when you throw it. After a few months, once you know what the flow of your money looks like, and hopefully your balances are positive, so there's more money at the end of your month instead of month at the end of your money, go to your spreadsheet, your penciled in ledger, whatever, and add one more column to the expenses section. Savings. Choose a specific amount to save every month, 10 to 20% of your income, and then pile those positive balances, whatever you didn't spend that month, right on top. And I know you're living paycheck to paycheck. I know you're just finally starting to get back on your feet. But it is so much easier to save $10 out of 100 than it is to save 100,000 out of 1,000,000. There's a lot of evidence to back this up. This is why lottery winners and professional athletes and actors go broke within a couple of years. They never created the habit of saving when it was easy. You'll never save 100 from 1,000 when you're rich if you don't start by saving a dime from a dollar when you're just getting by. Again, just start small. Do less more often. Save $20 a week, 100 a month, 10,000 a year, whatever, and make it as regular and absolute and unmissable as every other bill you pay. Then, finally, now that you've done all the hard work, it's time to invest. There are a ton of apps for this too, and they're all pretty much free. My wife and I use Fidelity for our joint account, where we invest in individual stocks. Of course, there's Robinhood, E-Trade, Schwab, Vanguard. I use an app called Betterment, where I invest monthly and automatically in a Roth IRA. Don't worry about what that is right now. The point of this video is to get you to this point, because this is where the magic begins. This is where your money starts making money. This is where the snowball starts rolling down the hill, faster and faster, bigger and bigger, until eventually there's an avalanche of wealth. That description's a little extreme. Individual results may vary, and of course, investing always comes with the risk of losing 100% of your money. But the fact is, compound interest, which is basically when your interest earns interest, is David Copperfield making the Statue of Liberty disappear level magic. In Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill wrote, "When riches begin to come, they come so quickly, in such great abundance, that one wonders where they've been hiding during all those lean years." So, earn, learn, track, save, invest, rinse and repeat. This was my grandfather's advice and the financial truth that he lived. This video is a reminder of that truth, mostly for myself. And it's also kind of an apology. I should have listened to him years ago. And yeah, I know I wasn't ready, and there are no accidents, everything happens for a reason, blah, blah, blah. But I can't tell him now that I finally took his advice and it's working. It's too late. He's gone. And I don't want anyone else to ever have that kind of regret. So do me a favor, pass this video on to someone who might need it. I hope this helped you. Let me know if it did. I'll see you in the next one. Earn, Learn, Track, Save, Invest. ELTSI. ELTSI? It's not going to be an acronym.